Hey everybody, and welcome back to the third episode of my Lumber Tycoon 2 Let's Play series. So in this video, I have a couple pretty important things planned. So the first of which is going to be actually planning out my base design, as in the past few episodes I've been doing a lot of grinding. In this one, I don't really want to touch Frostwood at all. I just want to get the general layout for my base all completed. If you don't know what I'm building, basically my goal in this entire series is to build a massive impenetrable vault that will hold all of my precious items that I've collected throughout the year. And this series will run from January to December of 2024, and it will end in December, so this is a limited time series, so make sure you stick around and watch while you still can. But that's enough talking out of the way. The first thing I actually want to do is over here in this cave, as if you don't know, the hunt event is currently going on right now in Lumber Tycoon 2, or at least it's going on when I'm recording this. It probably won't be anymore once you guys watch this, but for now, the hunt event is going on, and I do want to get some of the eggs that you can get in the hunt event area, as I think they'll be cool additions to the vault. So we're just going to go and grab like a lot of little pieces of this tree right here, so we can put them all on the altar. Okay, so let's just grab this tree here and start cutting it up a little bit and put it onto this pedestal here. I don't know exactly how big the pieces need to be, so I guess I'll just do like little squares. I think this will work. Let's check. Yes, that worked. Amazing. Now we can just grab some more little pieces from this tree here. Okay guys, so I'd say that was a pretty successful egg gathering mission. I think we got like 20 or so eggs, but we're gonna need to make some place to hold them for a while, because the vault is obviously not done yet. So really I have no place to put these things right now, so let's just quickly make like some crates. Okay, so this little enclosure is probably gonna work for now. Now we just have to get all of these little eggs into here, which shouldn't be too difficult. Okay guys, so now that side quest is out of the way, we can actually get onto the main bulk of the episode, and the first thing that I need to do before actually planning out the base is get some of the last few blueprints that I need from last episode, because you know, last episode I got all the blueprints except for some wedges here, and you know, I am gonna kind of need some wedges for this build. Hopefully not too many wedges, because I really hate building with wedges, but I think I will definitely need some of them, so it's definitely worth going and buying them. Now, unfortunately, I don't think I have enough money to actually buy all the remaining blueprints, so I'm going to need to earn some more money, and I really don't want to touch Frostwood in this episode, like I said previously, so I'm just going to go, you know what, how about we just go get some lava wood? Like, we haven't ever gotten lava wood in this series yet, which is kind of interesting. Okay, guys, so here we are at the volcano, and I really don't want to die in the volcano, because I do have my rookery axe on me right now, but I think we should be fine. I'm a pretty pro Lumber Tycoon 2 player. I've been doing this for a while, so I think I'll be able to get to the top pretty safely. And yeah, there we go, right up to the top, very safely, very skillfully. I am a pro at this game. Anyways, I think I'm just gonna collect like this whole tree here, and then we'll just see how much it's worth. I don't think it'll be worth too much, but also hopefully enough to just get me the blueprints I need. Okay, we got all the lava wood back to the base, and now we can just load it into our sawmill. Man, I love having this sawmill. See, with the fair sawmill, or this isn't the fair, this is a shabby sawmill. With this shabby sawmill, I can't do like any lava wood harvesting, but with this bad boy, it just goes through nice and easily. I love it. Okay, so I don't know how much exactly all this wood is going to sell for, but I know it's going to be more than enough to get the remaining blueprints. Okay guys, so now we're at about $12,000 by selling that one lava tree, which is actually more than I was expecting, but you know, it was a pretty big lava tree, and it did take me like 15 minutes to collect versus frostwood, which takes me like 20 minutes to get a whole truckload of frost trees. So, you know, frost trees are still the way to go for money making, which kind of sucks because I enjoyed getting that lava wood a lot more than I enjoyed getting the frost wood. But anyways, it's time to go and collect the last few blueprints that we need, which are all of the wedges right back here. Okay guys, now we are fully blueprinted up. We have all of the blueprints in the entire game, including all of the furniture blueprints, all of the wedges, all of the walls, all of the floors. We are completely set up right now to start actually planning out what my vault is going to look like. Okay guys, so after 2 episodes of waiting, it is finally time to unveil my plans for what I want my vault to look like. And on screen now is a diagram from way back in 2021 about what I want my vault to look like back in Woodlands Season 1. And I'm going to be using this design in my vault in this series, which means that we're going to have all the same floor plan as this diagram says right here. So we're going to have to go and place some placeholder blueprints such as these large floors here to mark up where each room in my vault layout is going to go. So like I need to figure out where the security hall is going to go, where the entrance, the screening rooms, the display. I need to figure out all that stuff in today's episode. So the first thing that I'm actually going to do is find the center of my base by using these floors here to mark out spaces from each of the edges until we find the center. Okay guys, so by marking up my base here, I'm pretty sure the center is going to be right around here in the middle of these two on this axis and the middle of these two on these axes. So I'll just place a small floor right where the center should be. And yeah, so I'm pretty sure this small floor here marks the center of the base in all directions. Okay, now that we have the center of the base, it's time to work from here following the diagram, which I'll put in the bottom corner of the screen. And basically, we need to make this entire diagram out of large floors and lay them all down on my base. So we're going to start by just adding some buffers on each side of the base so that we know that we aren't building too close to the edges, so that if we do want to add anything in the future, we do have some space to do so. And that means that the entrance to the vault is going to be this section right here. I think this is going to be a pretty big size for the entrance area. Again, basically what this is going to be is you walk up some stairs or something, you come into the entrance, or just like a check-in booth maybe right here, and then 2 doors on either side leading to the screening halls for if you actually want to enter into the main display area. And speaking of the screening rooms, it's time to get adding them, and I'm going to do one on each side of the base here, just because I like when things are symmetrical, and I think it would just be cool to have 2 screening rooms in case one is down. Okay guys, now that we have the screening rooms all laid out, it is going to be time to fill in this stuff with some wood, because if we leave these as blueprints, they will eventually despawn when I place more in. So I think we're going to just color code everything, so that's easier to understand. Okay guys, we've just colored in the entrance area and the screening rooms, and now it's time to build the security hall. So basically what the security hall is it's going to be a place that you go to right after the screening room, so you'll walk in right here, and then it'll be a little corridor here where you actually have to go through some traps and lasers and stuff to ensure that you actually are allowed into the vault and you know what you're doing. And you will have to go and traverse a lot of weird stuff in order to get into the vault itself. If that doesn't really make sense, basically it's just going to be like a laser maze and some traps that you have to navigate through in order to get into the actual vault. Okay guys, now that we've made that adjustment, it's finally time to actually outline what the main vault is going to be. And I think I'm just going to do around the same size as the security hall area, except an actual square, so one more tile or floor out in this direction. Okay guys, so now we have our actual vault planned out. There is one more thing that we need to do, and that's actually plan out where the items will be transported to when the entire vault is closed. See, how this whole thing is going to work is that basically there's going to be 6 items laid out in the vault floor right here, each on their own little pedestal so that you can view them and, you know, take a look at them, because I do want to show off my items in my vault, you know? But then, once the vault closes or when an intruder is detected, so like when someone doesn't pass screening correctly or they go into the security hall incorrectly, it will actually take all of the items, drop them down, and conveyor them out into secondary rooms right here and right here. And these rooms will be ultra reinforced with like 15 layers of tiles, so that anyone wanting to break into the vault will have to do a lot of work to get into the actual items. And then once the vault opens again, all of the items will be transported back through the system and back up onto their pedestals for when the whole thing is ready to be opened again. So what we need to do now is plan out where these giant rooms are going to be, and because they are going to be so massive in terms of how thick the walls are going to be, I'd say we're going to need some long, smooth walls. I mean, normal smooth walls, not the skinny smooth walls that we used over here, in order to actually extend out the room and then build a little area right here where all the items can stay very safe. Okay guys, and here we go. The vault is finally all planned out, and it's so nice to have it all planned out. Like, I can finally start to visualize where things are going to be, how things are going to look when they're finished. It's just really nice to see everything coming together in this nice little layout. Now, the last thing that I do want to do in this episode is build an auto chopper system so that I can automatically cut some wood up into some nice little 1x1s. And I'm going to definitely be needing this system in future episodes, as building with stuff like this walnut wood here, it takes a lot to chop that stuff. So having an auto chopper system is just going to make it so much easier to build a lot with some harder woods. But unfortunately, the thing that all of these designs have in common is that they need a chop saw, and chop saws are actually pretty expensive, and we only have around 11,000 left after getting those blueprints, which means that I think we're going to need to go up and grab one more lava tree, and then we can go and buy a chop saw. Okay guys, so that tree actually gave us another like 12,000-ish money, which means that we have way more than enough to buy a chop saw and then a few conveyors to build our sawmill system. So I think for now I want to put the sawmill system like right here, just facing this way, because I don't think we'll be using the sides of the base that much until the very end when we actually cover up the vault in like the exterior build, which will probably not be for like 6 or 7 months, so I think it's safe to assume that we can put the sawmill system right here. Okay, so we're going to have this area right here where it's just flat on the ground level so we can place large logs, and then we're going to have those logs go up a bit to where the sawmill is going to be, like right up here. That way it will drop all the pieces and we can put our truck underneath, and then that way we can just easily take the wood to anywhere we need to on our base without any more complicated sawmill systems. So yeah, let's just place these conveyors here. I think 4 will be enough, maybe. I may want to do just one more. Let's see. Yeah, let's just do one more for good measure. Okay, so yeah, there's definitely a lot of redundancy in this conveyor setup. Like, I don't think we actually need this much height or this much space to put the logs in. But, you know, whatever. It works out pretty well. I do think I'm going to do 2 more straight conveyors here, and then we can actually build a contraption so it will pick up the wood right here. And actually, you know what? I think I'll just remove some of the straight conveyors at the front here because it is really redundant. Like, I don't need all this space when I can just place the wood right on these conveyors. Okay guys, now that our sawmill is all set up here, it's time to actually build the cutting system. So what we do here is we grab this funnel conveyor and we gotta turn it upside down here, and we can place it right here just like this. And then from here, we are going to need a lot of skinny smooth walls on the borders here, so let's just place some in. And we can just use some of this excess birch wood here to fill it in. Now it's time to actually place down our chop saw here, so let's just grab it, rotate it a little bit, and then we gotta place it. I think, if I remember correctly, it's like right here. Let's just check really quick. Yes, that looks about right. Okay, so let's just test quickly if this machine works. So here we have the piece of wood that we just put in, and it's going to approach the chop saw here, and oh, it is too high. Anyways, as I was saying, here's our piece of wood coming into the system. It's going to hit the saw right here and start cutting it down into little slices here that can be easily used to fill up a full thing of wood. Anyways guys, that's going to be it for this episode of the series, and we made a lot of progress in this video. We finally got a fully functioning sawmill system that will basically support us for the rest of the series, and we finally got a plan down for what we actually want to build in this vault. So yeah, thank you guys for watching this video, and I can't wait to see you all next month in April, where we actually are going to get started and start constructing the entranceway to this vault area. So until then, this is going to be it for me. Goodbye.